Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the Technical Trader. Tuesday night, August 7th. These are the charts of the day at TechTrader.com. On the long side, as we had many stocks that were moving nicely today, and the market still, despite the rollover every day in the afternoon, has not given way. Now, that may start tomorrow, at which point we'll go over some of the shorts, but right now it's kind of fruitless, at least in my opinion. We'll see if it finally does roll over. But take a look at the ACM, which listed stock, which formed a little head and shoulders here, and today exploded through the neckline and through the moving averages with a thrust of 17.8% on 3.25 million, up 284 to 1882. When we get that kind of a thrust and breakout, we normally see some follow through. I'm looking for 21 short term, 24 secondary target. AMRS up another 3.2%, up 13 cents, and close at over 412. Is approaching key resistance here. And if we can punch this up through the 4.5 area, my next target, I may very well see the stock towards 6.5. That's my immediate target. CONN's, big day for that one. The retail chain, which had a big move earlier in the year, here running from about 5 up to 18, then consolidated for 3-4 months, started to move up, and today spiked up through key resistance, jumping 16.5%, I believe, on earnings, up 303 to 2138. The long-term channel shows the top of that channel could be as high as mid to high 20s, so we'll give you a $25 and $28 target on CONNs. EXH had a big pop today, and taking it up through key resistance. Lateral price resistance here was broken from the March highs as the stock snapped back in July, consolidated, moved up to resistance, backed off, and then today exploded for 270 to close at 1821, up 17.5%, 5.6 million, the biggest volume since way back in January. If you look at a long-term chart on this one, EXH, you can see the possibilities exist that we may see a test of the multiple highs that occurred up in that zone, up in the 26.7 zone, maybe even as high as 30, which had reached back in June of 2010. Well, we'll see if that occurs, but it does look likely that this stock at this point is going to have some kind of carry forward. First Solar continues to act great since it released earnings report, and the stock popped 4 days ago. Pulled back, ran up nicely yesterday, broke out above resistance today to test the declining tops line. That's a big one. It goes way back, all the way back to the beginning of the decline, and may very well be signaling that the end of this downtrend has taken place, as it declining top line was broken, lateral price resistance was broken, as was secondary. My next target would be a potential test around 23 3/4, 23.90 area, and then I'm looking for some sort of pullback retest, but I'll be watching this one. HCII, another follow-through day at up $1 rate at 21.19, 5.4% more, and it looks like we're testing this high. That was a reversal spike high not too long ago, about 4 weeks ago, near the $22 range. And that will be my short-term target, followed up with $24 secondary target. Nice day for MGAM as it jumped $1.64 to close at 15.44, up 12%. What that's done is it brought it back up to near resistance at around 16. If it gets through that, I'd look for either a quick test of the top of this channel, but perhaps an acceleration to the longer-term channel might take place and get this one into the 18 zone short-term, 21, 22 zone secondary term. MyTech. Like the way it's acting. If you take a look at the stock popped here, ran up to resistance, formed the 3-day flag, ran up this morning to 492. It needs to get through 498 or so to get it going, but it was up nearly 5% on 718,000 shares today. So we'll give that the benefit of the doubt and look for a follow through that gets it up to 5.5, 3/4, maybe as high as 6, 6.25 on a short-term basis. MR Mindray Medical had a nice follow through today as it popped across key declining tops lines and had a surge of 361 to close at 34.96, up 11.5% on more than 3 million shares. Now the weekly chart shows that major resistance in that zone was taken out recently. If we draw that line across there, you can see today the big spike up. I believe the triple top will be tested shortly up around 39.40. That's my short-term target on Mindray. Reeds. Well, a fabulous rising channel. It's still in play. The top of that channel comes in about the 6.5 range, and that's what I'm looking for short term. Nice pattern today as it popped 4%, and volume was pretty darn good. One of the heaviest days we've had in several weeks. RNF Major breakout today caused key resistance, and you can see how it's thrusted 7% today, or 215 to close at 32.55. Biggest volume this year traded, 1.3 million. I'm looking for more upside, maybe 36.7 short term. TUMI, nice base, nice breakout, breakaway gap, popped 23% or 427 to close at 22.78. 3.1 million traded. Nice volume for that stock indeed. It looks like we may follow through to the post-IPO price near 28.70. That's my short-term target. Lastly, Varengo, snapping back nicely, popped, and a little bit of a follow-through to get to declining tops resistance. This one must get up through the 423 area to really get going, and we'll be watching that one. If it does, short-term target 545. Beyond that, 6. HB out. Take it easy.